For over 50 years, the 30-year mortgage rate has moved in unison with the 10-year Treasury yield.
Spread is 1.27. But what's been interesting, Chris, is that you looked at that chart. When they recently went up, look at the gap and look at how much higher the mortgage rates are than the actual Treasury. It actually averaged 1.7, but I just talked about this 2 months ago. It's been averaging 3.9, the gap. So they're making yields on that, what they're borrowing it at and what they're selling it for, the mortgage companies. And oh no, we're not doing that. And I'm like, the yields are stupid big. You're falsely raising the rates in anticipation of future rates going higher. You're not following the market. You're gouging the market, what you're doing. And then you're also afraid that if market rates drop, you guys are all going to refinance and then you're going to leave us holding these notes. And so you're gouging us on the front end. For a while there, it was ridiculous.
That's what they're doing. They're like, hey, people are going to refinance out of these anyways. Let's get them.
Yeah, which is so silly. I get to that point of where I start, not trying to be the conspiracy guy, but if we all know where the money's coming from, and then you let people get in between the two, they're greedy middlemen and these mortgage companies, and you kind of look at that and you go, okay, so yes, they're servicing the mortgage. Yes, they're doing whatever, but it's like, come on.
You said it. Who trusts anybody anymore? And I think a lot of people feel that way and aren't falling for a lot of this stuff because a lot of these things should have crippled us and stopped us. I mean, COVID, for one, should have just halted this whole real estate market, and the opposite happened, raising all these rates, and everyone says, oh my gosh, it's horrible. We'll never sell another house again. And that's just not the case. But it has stopped people from putting their house on the market. And that's the part that I'm going to be watching, is the inventory part, because that's always obviously, if there's a lot more demand, the prices are going to go down.
Agreed.
Yeah, people got to make their house nice again. Got to give a product that's worthy of the price. And a lot of people try to just not do anything. And sometimes it works. And so people keep doing it.
I think there's opportunities out there right now. If you've ever thought about opening a remodeling company, now is your jump in.
I've been thinking about that.
I didn't just give away your idea, did I?
Oh boy, we got more. While the number of homes for sale is increasing, it's still 47% lower than it was. I don't say that word. To 2017 to 2019.
If you looked at the numbers in 2019, I think we were all a little queasy about what was kind of going on. And we weren't necessarily trending anywhere except for, we're like, okay, rates are at rock bottom. Nothing's happening. The market wasn't going up or down. It was kind of just floating. And it was weird, right? Now it's like worse than that, but we're like, acting like it's okay. And it's like, but what is worse? So here's what I'd say to people. All these charts and all this BS, yes, we're filling conversation, we're talking about things. But when it comes right down to it, can you, in today's market, buy a house and sell a house successfully? Absolutely. Can you upgrade a house right now? Absolutely. Can you downgrade a house right now? Absolutely. Just get a professional to explain to you what the market means. Take a look at what does it mean to borrow money? What does it look like to pay all cash? Maybe you borrow from a savings account. Maybe you borrow from your retirement. Whatever that option might be, explore all of them and look at them and then really decide what's best for you, because there's no perfect time. You're never going to time the market. You're never going to sell at the top of the stock market the day that the thing went off the cliff. Yes, there's a few people, but that's not a good business plan. So what I would say is housing is subjective to your lifestyle and the situation you're in. Consult the professionals and